Hey you guys, your girl Beauty with Mika. So Shop My Stash for 2021 will continue. I feel like, honestly, I got so many things for 2020 that I wanted to keep the Shop My Stash series going. I would have continued it even if I didn't record, so I figured why not record it and show you guys still. Plus, I know that you guys like to see many reviews on it. Now, by the time you guys see this video, you've already seen what was in here before and what I pretty much gave you many reviews on. So I pretty much went through and just wiped out everything, started off brand new and pulled out a lot of new things, some old things that I still have question marks about. And what's going to happen is I may not give you Shop My Stash every month, so I may do it every other month because I do want to get the most use out of these products. And then if I decide to do it every month, however I decide to do it, you will know when I change it up basically. But I don't know if I'm going to continue to do it every month like I normally do. For right now, I want to go every other month to use some of these products so I could definitely decide where I stand with them. And then if I don't care for them, I'll pull them out and give you guys many reviews. So let's talk about over here, the setting sprays. So I want to finish off this Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. It's a little bit left in here, so I want to finish it up. And then as the warmer months happen, I want to finish up this Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer. I'm going to go in between these because honestly, these are one, I would say this one is my least favorite. And then the Morphe one, I do love. I would repurchase again. I just have a ton of setting sprays. So Morphe is one of those brands that, yes, I love it. I'm almost done with this one and I would repurchase this one. So that's where these two stand on it. I did put this one in here. This is the Fix Plus from MAC. I always keep this in my travel. This is the lavender. I'm actually going to put this back in my travel because hopefully by the end of 2021, I'll be able to do some work traveling and I want to have this as a spray. Also, my coworker, we had talked about it. She basically was like, can you help me do my makeup when we go travel together when the time permits? So yeah, so I'm gonna put this back in. I do like the Fix Plus spray. I haven't used it in so long, but it's one of those things where I prefer to buy the travel sizes versus the full size. So this, you guys know, I have been trying my best. The Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, I have been trying my best to finish this up. I still have a long way to go. So this is just going to stay in here until I finish it up. And I'm halfway through the bottle. I don't plan to repurchase this again. I don't feel like it's a necessity in my makeup collection anymore. It was great for the time being, but now I feel like I'm not using as many primers anymore. It doesn't stay like a setting spray or anything. So it's kind of a waste of money in my opinion. Also, a setting spray that I have been using up just for those no makeup days is the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray. I got this in a travel size, I think, at Sephora. And what I've been doing is when I have those days where I just put concealer and setting powder and brows, I've been using this as an alternative in addition to like the Morphe and stuff. But I want to use this up. A lot of things I just want to use up right now. So that's one of them. Now if we go over here, let's talk about these. So for face palettes, this is the Makeup Revolution Patricia Bright collab that she did with them. This is the face palette in Dusk Till Dawn. This is her darkest one that she did. And what she did was she did a highlight, blush, and a contour. So I put this in here because honestly, I purchased it to support Patricia Bright, but I haven't even used it. You can see I haven't even touched it. So I was like, this is going to make me use it. So that's in here for that. I always keep matte blotting powders. It's just a retouch up. I don't really touch up because I wear makeup at home and I just kind of go, it is what it is. But I like to keep these in here. Personally, I used to keep these in my makeup bag, like my work bag. Let's see, something that powder. So face powders for the month would be the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder. I'm in the shade 450. If you guys have not been following me on Instagram, I already did swatches of this. And I don't know if I'm going to do a full face video, but I'll let you guys know or you'll see it coming up. But I purchased this one because I want to try it out. Honestly, I do want to do a comparison video because I want to see how good this one is against the MAC Studio Fix powder, just to see. And I've used the Studio Fix powder just as like an overall face powder with just concealer on, and I love it. So I wonder, is this going to do the job too? So that's one of the powders that I would be using. And then I purchased this one a while back. Didn't use it, right? So this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in the shade Y35. I purchased this one as a substitute because they stopped selling the duo matte powder. I still have like 2 backups of those, but I was like, you know what, I already know I like the duo matte. I still have 2 of those. I still have a new one open, but I want to see if I really like this one, because if I don't, then I'll know that I don't need to repurchase it again and just use up. As far as setting powder, as far as face powders, if you're wondering, I am so good on face powders this year that I would just rotate the ones I have. Now I'm going to start backwards over here. So for contouring, this is the Huda Beauty Tan Tour. This is her contour and bronzing cream. It's so funny because I could watch people's makeup videos and they'll show you like things that they pull out their collection, and it makes you kind of go back and fall in love. I did swatch this, and I'm not sure if you guys can see it on camera. I did swatch it, and I will say it's still good. It looks like it's drying, but honestly, you guys, it's really, really good. It's just, I lost interest in it because then Fenty came out. That's the honest truth. All right, you guys. So yeah, that was the Tan Tour. Now on to some more bronzers. I pulled out the Benefit Hoola Toasted Bronzer. This one, they came out with a deeper one, so I picked this up maybe about a year or 2 years ago. I know I didn't pick it up in 2020, so this was a 2019 purchase. I just want to go ahead and see if I like this again, because I haven't used it. Again, there's been so many other things that's been coming out, the down out that I've been wanting to try. So this was one of those things where I was like, I know I already like it, so I put it up, but I'm gonna still try it out. Now, you guys know I have been dying to finish this up. This is the Bobbi Brown bronzer in Deep. This is going to be my 2020 Shop My Pan, like 2020 pan hit. I want to be done with this. I don't care how long it takes. So this is gonna stay in my Shop My Stash until I get done with this, because I just want to be done with it. I don't plan to repurchase it. I found other bronzers that do just as good, if not better, in the color. I remember a long time ago, this was probably one of many bronzers that were more women of color that we started to like, and then everybody started to find colors for us. So still have a lot of work to do with a lot of brands, but this is one I just want to get rid of. I do recommend it if you're a lighter tone than me. It's a really great bronzer, but it's just not my color anymore. It gives me more of a natural, like glowy summer bronze. Now, something that I pulled out that I haven't used is the BH Chocolate Marshmallow Truffle. This is their blush palette. This was a Kay's Way made me buy it. Yes, I'm telling on her. But my sister was telling me about these, and I had seen these at Ulta, and I pretty much was like, these are shades that I would use. So I picked this up at Ulta, if you're wondering. They came out with a whole like chocolate line of about a year ago. So I picked this up. And then some things that you guys have seen me haul. For highlighter purposes, I am using, for blush and highlighter, it's the e.l.f. palettes. I picked up these two. This, let's see, which one is this one? This one is pomegranate. So it's a highlighter and blush. And then this one is coconut. So coconut is more of my neutral. You guys know I love to do like some neutrals, very like no makeup type of look. So I pulled these in here. And then, of course, we have the Fenty. For setting powder, I'm going to try the Patrick Star setting powder to set under my eyes. This is in Dark Deep. I did not collect the Patrick Star setting powder when it was at MAC. I missed that collection. And I heard it was so good. And I've seen so many people continue to say that it's been good. So it was one of those limited edition things. You can't get it. So I'm hoping this is just as good as the one he had from MAC. I purchased it in the travel size just so I could try it out though. But I'll let you guys know. Now, if we go over here to concealers, brows, mascaras, I did change up some stuff. Some stuff are just going to be staples in here. Like this one is my Patrick Top Brow Wax. This is in the shade, this is tinted, and this is just his brown shade. This will stay in here along with my Anastasia brow powder. So if I ever want to mix it up, I got the shade Chocolate. Also, my Anastasia Pro Pencil. You guys know I use this to carve out my brows and to highlight. Two other things that will become staples in my collection now is the Marc Jacobs. This is the Marc Jacobs highliner. So if I want to do like a waterline, a tight waterline in black, this is his blackest shade. I do recommend the Marc Jacobs highliners. They are very good, and the quality is good. They don't dry out. Something I'm trying something different is I want to try a new technique using brown liner on my lash line. So I'm going to use this Maybelline Tattoo Studio gel pencil, and I'm in the shade, what is this? Bold brown. So trying this out, something different, something new. I'll let you guys know what I think about it. And then color correcting, I'm still not sure what I feel about color correcting, but this is going to stay in for now. This is the only one that's been good for me. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal color correcting. I have found that I don't need to color correct as much anymore because concealers and a lot of foundations are doing that for me now. So I don't really need to do it, but I'm going to do it and use this just sometime to help with those darkness that I have. Now for mascara, the only mascara I'm going to continue to use right now is the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume Mascara. It's really, really good. I do like it. I feel like now I know which mascaras do the work that I need them to do, so I'm just going to stick to that. And then I did pull out a new brow gel. My girl Kay's Way had recommended, and I bought this during the Sephora sale. This is the Benefits 24 Brow Setting Gel. Purchased it in the travel size. It's just a clear brow gel, honestly. So I went on, when she told me, she was like, this is so good. I was like, really? So this is what it looks like right here. But I purchased the travel size, so if I like it, because, you know, Benefits is really good, but this was $14 instead of $24. And I was like, before I spend $24 and get the 20% off, let me see if I like it. Some concealers. Let's start off with this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magical Way Liquid Concealer. You guys have heard me talk about this in my Best of Luxury for 2020 video. If you haven't, I'll post the link to that video. But I want to finish this up. This is in the shade Dark 15. You guys already have heard me talk about it. I'm almost done with it. As you can see, it's not a lot in here. Literally, I'm way past it. So I want to just finish this up for this month. And then as an alternative, I want to still see if I really like this. This is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer in the shade 65 Deep Bronze. That's a lot. Woo! I think I'm almost done with this, but I do want to say I have been using this more of like spot conceal and just under eye. I'm not really wowed by it, but it's one of those I want to see if I still like it and then just probably finish it up. So there's a lot of things that I do want to finish up this year, and that's one of them. This one, I didn't really give this one a fair chance. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's a satin finish, and I got the shade Deep Cinnamon. I was so 50-50 on these shades, but I still heard a lot of great things about this one. Right now, my skin is a little bit like dry, not as oily, so I figured because it's a hydrating concealer, this would be good. Now, for liners, this is the Haas Lab eyeliner. This is from Lady Gaga's collection. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and if you guys are wondering, I recently have just downsized my whole BoxyCharm collection. I was getting all 3 BoxyCharms, and then I just went down to the bare. If I don't like my BoxyCharm for the month of January, then I'm just going to completely cancel BoxyCharm, and I am getting Ipsy. So if you guys want to see Ipsy unboxings, let me know. I can cancel at any time these subscriptions. So the goal is to really just eliminate a lot of unnecessary things, especially these makeup subscriptions, and continue to keep my collection to the minimum of what I want it to be. So yeah, this one I got from the BoxyCharm, and this is Lady Gaga's collection, and it's just a simple black eyeliner, if you're wondering. Now, something that I wanted to pull out to see if I still like it. This is one of my go-tos. This is a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Pencil, but it's half the price. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I'm in the shade Chocolate. When I tell you guys, this has always been a favorite. When I didn't want to purchase the Anastasia one, I purchased this one. And this one is a little bit thinner, but I do like that it just gives you that brow effect that you like, but you guys know I love. So that is it for concealers, mascaras, all that good stuff. These are staples. I still always keep 2 hand sanitizers in here. I used to keep these before 2020 started, so you always want to make sure you have good clean hands. Now on to just some primers. I picked up the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I haven't used this one. It's a sheer pressed primer. You guys could see, I just was like, no, you bought it, use it. So that's going to be all over and down my T-zone primer. Something that I want to see if I still like it. This was like 50-50. Like, I really wasn't sure if I really liked it. I kept it in my collection, but I don't feel like I need it anymore. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Pore Minimizing. Sorry. If I really don't like this, I'm gonna give it to my niece because she has a lot of texture on her skin. She's a teenager, and I feel like this would be good for her. And when I did my videos, me doing my 13-year-old niece's makeup, this turned out really good against her face. All right, so the Milk Makeup Blurring Stick. This is like a little one that I got from Sephora 100 Points, so I'm gonna keep it in here just so I can use it up. But I wasn't wowed by it, so I just want to use it up. Plus, it was 100 points. Now, something for my eyes. This is the Makeup by Mario Master Eye Prep and Set for your eyes. Now, the way he has it is, you have the cream to go ahead to prep your eyes, and then you set it with the powder. Similar to what you would do with your concealer. So I want to try this out to see if I really like it. This is not an under eye. I have seen people talk about using this as an under eye concealer, and it's not. It's strictly for your eyes. I do like that he gives you a little bit of a lighter shade and a little bit of a darker shade. This is his darkest, and then you set it with your powder. I'll let you guys know what my thoughts about this, but this is definitely something. I also decided to pull out my Laura Mercier puffing sponge to go ahead and do a new technique and to try to use these things, because girl, I have these. I've paid almost $16 for this and did not use it yet, so I need to use it. So yep, that is it for this drawer. Now I'm gonna pull you guys up and show you guys what foundations and palettes and brushes that I'm using, because I know you guys like to see that. Alright you guys, so for foundations, these are my top 3 that I actually just want to use up for the first half of the year. So these are the only 3 that I'm going to be using until I get done. I really went through my foundation collection. I was like, what do you want to use up that you know you would not repurchase? And these are the 3. The first one is the Pat McGrath's Lab Skin Fetish Sublime Foundation. This is in the shade Deep 30. Honestly, this is a really good foundation. It's just not for me. I've known that people with my skin type, combo oily, they love it, love it, love it. But it's just not for me. I'm more of a matte finish type of girl, and this more gives you a natural finish. It is a good foundation, but I just have never been wowed by it. And you guys know I love Pat McGrath. Now, another foundation is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I actually like the matte version better, so I want to actually finish using this up. This is in Tiramisu. I love the matte version, and I love the concealer from this line, but this one strictly I don't need anymore because I just found better. And then another one that I'm going to use up is the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. Yeah. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage Foundation. I'm in the shade 360 Mocha. This used to be like an everyday go-to foundation, but now I really don't even need it in my collection. I'd rather just use the foundations that I like more instead of just having this sit. So I'm going to use this more so when I have a lot of my Zoom calls and stuff, and to actually push myself to use it. So those are my top 3 foundations that I will be using. Now on to palettes. I'm going to pull out the palettes and show you guys what you guys could probably see. The first one is from ColourPop. I bought this one. It's their Ornate palette. I really like the colors in here. It's very, very pretty. I really wanted to just use it. Honestly, I'm pulling out stuff that I have not used and things that I know that I should be using. Also, by Makeup by Mario, this is his new matte palette. This is just his neutral matte palette. A little bit, I haven't used this. It's brand new. I was actually surprised because the pictures look deceiving. Online, it looks like it's a huge palette. And when I got this in my last Sephora haul, I was just like, wow, okay. It's just a simple neutral palette, so I feel like I can use this with anything. This feels like it'll be great for on the go too. Alright, so another palette that I want to finish, that I want to try out is the Makeup Revolution by Patricia Bright. This is her Rich in Life palette. This one, you guys, again, I purchased Patricia Bright from Makeup Revolution. Never used these shades. I'm going to zoom out so you guys could really see what these look like. This. Never used any of these shades. It's a pretty palette. And you guys know I put this when I was decluttering. I was like, why I haven't used this? This is one of those palettes that you could travel with. It gives you all the looks that you want. But again, I haven't used it. So I'm going to be using this up. I'm not going to use it up, but I'm going to use it. Now, something that I wanted to see if I like, and I was hyped about it, and I just bought it. The colors look really good, the swatches look good, but when I look at it, I'm like bored with it, and I don't know why. So I really want to get back my creative juices this year. This is the Anastasia Amorisi palette. Amorisi's first palette, when it first came out with Anastasia, I loved it to death, and I let it go, obviously. And now this one came out, and I pretty much like all but these last 4 shades. Like, I could do without those last 4 right here. So that's where I'm at. Overall, I really did swatch this palette. It looked good, but I just never used it. I mean, even looking at it from a bird's eye, I can tell that I swatched it, just never used it. So I'm pulling out to use. So yeah, that is it for the palettes for this month that I'm going to use. Now on to brushes. Brushes are fairly easy. I change out my brushes. I clean my brushes every week. It's a must-have for me. I am going to pull out some that I cleaned and added in here. So if you're wondering, the first brush that I'm going to use for highlighting is this Milani All Over Blending Brush. This is great for a highlighter, and this is a dupe to the Anastasia highlighting brush. For foundation, I'm going to use my NYX 03 foundation brush. They don't sell this one anymore, but they do have a dupe for it, and this is just as good. I like the NYX brushes because they really are sturdy, they're stiff, and they do a good job. For under eye, this is the Sephora Pro Mini. This is their mini flawless setting powder brush. This is the shade 50.5. They don't even sell this anymore, and shout out to my girl Kay's Way because she told me about it, and I only bought one, and now I wanted to purchase more. They just don't sell the mini anymore. For concealer to blend out, this is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. I like to use this to blend out my under eye concealer, and then I'll set it with the setting powder. For contouring, this is the Jabonesse brush. I got this one obviously at HomeGoods. I get a lot of my Jabonesse brushes at HomeGoods. And then let's go on to eyes. Eyes I keep fairly simple. So for eyes, it's not a lot, but it feels like it's a lot. Obviously I keep this one in. This is from Morphe. This is their E29 brush. This just has the dual tip for your brows. This is a dupe for the Anastasia. You can get any of these brushes from anywhere. I just keep this one because I really don't need to own a lot of them. Now for blending, I use the Morphe M501 brush. This is a dupe for the MAC 224 brush. And then another one, I have to go to the beauty supply whenever I can because these Ruby Kisses brushes I've had for years and never will get rid of them, but they're so good. This is just a tapered eyeshadow brush. I like to use this in my crease to blend out my eyeshadows. And then another blending brush that I can use to do my under eyes, or if I want to set my concealer, this is the Morphe E23 brush. Now for eyeshadows, we can go right here. This is the Sephora Medium Pro Brush. This is the old one. Like, this is when I was like 2012, 2013 Sephora brush, because they changed the handles each year. Now they're doing black, but I remember when I purchased this. This was like, yeah, 2012, 2013, right before I got married. I remember I purchased this. So good. Any of the Sephora brushes I recommend getting during a sale. This is a Morphe M166. This is great for affirming, for just patting in your eyeshadows. It's an over brush, simple and good. Morphe brushes you can never go wrong with. And then for just to highlight under my brows, to blend out when I use my Anastasia Pro Pencil, this is just a Real Techniques shading brush. You can use any type of brushes, but I'm showing you guys the brushes I use and why I like them. And then this one's also good too to highlight, to do your highlight under your brows. This is the M124 brush from Morphe. You can also use this to go into the inner tear duct. And then for powder, this is the ColourPop F1 brush. ColourPop do have some really good brushes. I'm not gonna lie. I purchased this one when I purchased one of their foundations, and I like it. I will say that if I could get my hands on the Andrea Renee brushes again, I would get my hands on it. But this is basically a dupe for that one, if you're wondering. And then this one doesn't belong in there. So yeah, that is it for Shop My Stash. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys still rock with me for 2021. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Much love to you guys this year. Talk to you later. Bye.